My son came back from his aunt's able to name every brand of vodka by the bottle and not one cartoon. He was 5. It started as a joke at dinner. I pointed at a commercial and asked Micah what show it was. He shrugged. Then a blue bottle flashed on screen and he lit up. "That's Grey Goose," he said. "Aunt Dana likes the tall, clear one better. Tito's." My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. "Buddy, how do you know that?" "I get them from the cabinet. The low one. I'm the only one small enough." My wife looked at me across the table. Dana had been watching him 3 afternoons a week for 2 months, ever since Renee picked up the night shift. My sister, free childcare. I'd been grateful. "What else do you do at Aunt Dana's?" I asked, keeping my voice light. "I have my special juice, and then I take my long nap." "Special juice? The apple kind. It tastes spicy, but she says big boys don't spit it out." Renee's face went white. I set my fork down slow. "How long is your long nap, bud?" "Until it's dark. Aunt Dana has her friends over and I'm not allowed to come out." I made myself smile. "Does the juice make you sleepy?" He nodded. "My legs get wobbly like a puppy. It's funny." I stood and walked to the kitchen so he wouldn't see my face. Renee followed. "He's 5, she whispered. "He's confused. He has to be confused." The next morning I told Dana I'd drop Micah off myself at 1 p.m. She sounded surprised. I never had a day off. I dropped him with a smile, hugged him, told him to have his juice like a big boy. Then I pointed to the plush dinosaur clipped to his backpack. "Keep Rexy with you, okay? He wants to see everything." There was a camera in Rexy's belly. I'd ordered it at 2 a.m. I sat in my car 4 blocks away with my phone. At 1:20 she poured. I watched her uncap the tall, clear one. Tito's, he was right. Tip it into a Paw Patrol cup, then top it with a splash of apple juice. She handed it to my son. "Drink it all, baby. All of it. It burns my throat. Big boys don't complain. You want to be a big boy for auntie." He drank it, all of it. By 1:50 the camera was low to the floor and I could hear him breathing slow and heavy. At 2 p.m. a car pulled into her driveway. Then another. I did not call the police. Not yet. I wanted her to open the door and see my face. I knocked at 2:10. She answered with a glass in her hand and a man behind her I'd never seen. "You're early," she said, smiling. "He's napping. He goes down so easy for me." "I know," I said. I watched. Her smile cracked. "Watched what?" I held up my phone. On the screen, frozen, was her tipping the bottle into my son's cup. Tito's. He was right. He can name all of them. The glass slipped out of her hand and shattered on the tile. The man behind her was already grabbing his jacket, shoving past me down the steps. "I can explain," Dana said. "It's barely anything. It just calms him. He's a difficult kid. You don't know what he's like. He's 5. You needed the help. You couldn't afford anyone else. And I never asked you for a dime." I walked past her into the house. My son was on the floor behind the couch, curled up, cheeks flushed, that dinosaur still clipped to his back. I picked him up and he stirred and mumbled my name and his breath was sweet and wrong. Dana was crying now, following me. "Please, please don't. They'll take my kids too. Please look at him. He's fine." I already had the recording playing for the 911 dispatcher on speaker as I carried him to the car. 2 months, 3 afternoons a week. I counted it in my head and almost went down on her lawn. The officers found 6 sippy cups in her dishwasher, every one of them smelling of alcohol. They found the low cabinet, the one only a small boy could reach. They found her friend's cars still idling at the curb. I strapped my son into his seat and he blinked up at me, groggy, trying to focus on my face. "Daddy," he slurred, smiling. "Did I do good? Did I drink it all like a big boy?"